Hi, this is a tutorial on calibration. So this setup here is a front axle, which is a virtual. It's got no sensor on the front axle. Drives and trailers, so a tractor trailer setup with air sensors on them. So you'll see here it's truck ID is TRK1. It could be truck 36 or whatever you want to call them. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to show you the steps here when you're doing the calibration. So once you get your sensors installed, the unit comes already pre-set up, so the sensors will check in. If you don't see a sensor for whatever reason, you could just go here to hook and hook onto a trailer or truck, okay? So you just highlight it and then hit hook, okay? That's the procedure to do that. And on the home screen here, what you really need when you're getting your calibration done, once your sensors are checking in and you verify that by hitting the PSI button, you'll see the live pressure readings here from the drives and the trailer. And that's what the screen you're going to be on when you're sitting on the scale. You go to scale twice, once empty, once loaded. And just write down those pressure readings that you see on your drives and trailer and drive away. Okay, once you have those, you can go back to the home screen. Once you have your calibration data recorded, and I'm going to just show you that again. So you're going to drive to the scale and just hit your PSI button, record your live pressures, empty and loaded, then just write them down on a piece of paper or take a picture of the screens here, and then you're ready to enter your calibration data. Now you can enter your calibration data anywhere. You don't have to be sitting on the scale. So you can, once you're ready to do that, you hit menu, and it's going to ask you for a password. The password is 11258, and hit OK, and it opens up the menu. Now in the menu screen here, you're going to have different options here you can select. All you need for calibration is sensors for your drive sensors and trailer, and for your virtual front axle, we're going to do that under maintenance. Under the maintenance tab, and then truck setup, and I'm going to show you that, but first I'm going to show you the sensors and the calibration we enter into the sensor screen. So we go to sensors, you'll see two sensors here. When you highlight a sensor, you'll see what it is on the top line, TRK1 drives. So that's the drive sensor. So we already have the calibration. We got the weights from the in-ground scale for the drives for each axle group, and we have the pressures we recorded from this screen. Now we're ready to enter the rim. So you just hit the calibration button here, and there it is. So now you'll see the four screens: empty PSI, loaded, empty weight, loaded PSI, and loaded weight. And those are the four screens you're going to fill in. That's the data you already have recorded. So just hit the field. This live reading is just will show you whatever live pressure is coming from the sensor. You don't need that. You already have your pressures recorded when you're sitting on the scales, and that's where you're going to enter into these four fields. So you just touch the empty PSI, and you'd punch in, I'll just say like 7.2, for example. Okay, I'll just change the value. You hit OK. And then you change all of these values, one by one. I'll just hit OK. I'm not going to actually edit them all, but I'll go through it each one. It shows you what it is on top: loaded PSI, loaded weight. You put those values in, and then you hit save. Okay, it'll say saving calibration. Once that's done, you want to verify, okay, that it actually saved. So just hit refresh here, go in here and hit calibrate again. And yes, the values were saved. That's been verified, so that's done. Your calibration's complete for your drive axle. Then you go back to sensors. You would touch the trailer sensor, do the same deal. Enter your calibration data there for the sensors for your trailer. Empty PSI, empty weight, loaded PSI, loaded weight. Once those are entered, you hit save again and go back to sensors. So once that's done, you go back to menu. Now you're ready to enter in the weight for your virtual sensor in the front axle, and that's accessed here through maintenance. You go to truck setup, and you're going to see here empty weight, loaded weight. Okay, and that's where you're going to put your weights in. So just touch the empty weight, enter the value. I'll just say it's 10,000. Hit OK. I'll do the loaded weight. I'll just say it's 11,000. Okay. And how this is saved, you just hit the back arrow. There's no save button on this. As soon as you hit the back arrow, it automatically saves. So when we go back to the home screen, it'll show your weights, all the calibration's done, and that's all that's involved in doing the calibration. It's as straightforward as that. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 877-757-7888 or visit our website, truckweight.com. Under the Learn tab, you'll see the installation manual, which has also calibration instructions on it. Thank you for your time.